Welcome to Graceful Healing Retreat. This is High Priestess Marlana here to bring forth your messages. Today we'll be doing a Divine Feminine reading. And if you had a one question reading, we will be doing that towards the end or maybe intermittently in between the readings. So definitely make sure you sign up. You can go below. You should be able to see all the information in case you need a one question quick reading, just a quick answer to your questions. We're not doing any chats today. We're only going to do the one question readings, which go through Cash App. If you'd like to also book a reading, of course, you can go on my website, gracefulhealingretreat.com, and you can book a reading. And especially as we're moving into the holiday, this is a good time to get a good understanding of what you have coming for the next year, what you're expecting here towards the end of the year, and just regarding love, general, whatever it is. We also have the spiritual counseling as well as the I'm sorry, I'm blowing a blank, the goddess gifting certification where you can move towards your gifts in a more organic fashion and actually get the necessary hope that you need towards your gifts and bringing forth the divine in that way. That's also like a 30-day, and you get a certificate. That's a 30-day reading that you're doing where you're working with me on a weekly basis to get a better understanding of your gifts, your journey, as well as how you can then become the ultimate you and become that amazing peony and show yourself in a most authentic way. So let's go ahead and get started. We're doing a divine feminine reading right now, and then we're going to move on into the other ones towards the end of it. I'm gonna try not to go too long today. My energy is like, what? So I might have cut on bit off more than I could chew today. So let's just go ahead and at least get the divine feminine reading out. And let's get started. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides. I'm grateful and thankful for your messages today. Let's bring forth the messages that they need to hear the most at this time. Of course, all these readings are timeless. We have more than, I have to go over there and count, but close to 200 or more divine feminine readings. Please feel free to go over there and get the amazing advice that you can get that's in this playlist right here. Thank you, Holy Spirit. All right. All right, let's get this party started, guys. So already emotions and feelings is coming up right now. We also had this new moon, and the new moon was very emotional. So I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your comments as we're talking today. Let's see who's here today. Hey, Marsha. Hey, Tyra. How you doing? All right, but yeah. Thank you. Yep, got you down, Marsha, too. How you doing, Tyra? All right, let's get started. Let's look at our divine. How was your full moon, guys? Because, I mean, this full moon was no joke. I definitely felt the energies, and it really brought forth a lot of clarity. Once you deal with the energy, some of the triggers were coming up as well. So if you were triggered during this full moon, I'm not surprised. So, okay. All right, so the messages for today center around cycles, changes, challenges, as well as setting boundaries. And then we have this healing message here as well. So we also have Morgan. We have the goddess Morgan, the Sphinx here. We have goddess Durga, and we also have Chapama. I'm saying that Pachama, I'm sorry, which is about healing. This is more of a Hawaiian themed goddess here, which really speaks to healing. It speaks to the Holy Spirit. It speaks to becoming whole in general. I'm also feeling an awakening vibe with this. So this is awakening to your whole self. I'm really feeling drawn to this message. So you guys may want to just see that, look at that, see what you see there. You said, oh yeah, the full moon was insightful. Yes, brought forth a lot of emotions. Absolutely. It was no joke. Let's see what this healing is coming out here, because I'm going to go into each one of these messages, but yeah, okay. I love this. So this is healing. This is the new beginnings here. I feel like this is communication in a new way as well, creative endeavors, all of that. We'll go a little deeper into that. Let's see if anything else wants to come out for my divine goddesses here. So this speaks to what is already with you. This also speaks to you having the tools you need already. I feel like there's some energy here around doubt and not being able to bring forth what you're looking to bring forth, the transformation that you were waiting for. I feel like some of you feel like it's so far away. But I do see transformation happening. So you may be in between phases right now as it comes to your transformation. So you may not see that you are already empowered and already have it. You just may need an extra boost and help there. We also have following your own rhythm. So this definitely speaks to the unique parts of you remaining unique to yourself. I'm also hearing remaining true to yourself. Okay. Remaining true to who you are. All right. Okay. Woo! All right, let's go ahead and start from the beginning. So there's a change in cycles right now that may be quite challenging for many of you. Let's just look into these changes, the changes and cycles that we have here with the goddess Morgan Le Fay. This speaks to cycles regarding who you are. I feel like aging. I feel like this speaks to transformation from one cycle to another. You may be feeling like you're going from being a little younger to a little older, a little wiser, and just how you're dealing with things. I'm also feeling wisdom here too. But with this, I also feel like the hurt and the pain has gone with you. Like, so if you were a bit so-called green in the past, this is speaking to you being a lot more insightful now and seeing things as they really are. Let's see the clarifying cards for this. The clarifying messages is harmony, which is also the lovers, also choices as well. We also have throat chakra, speaking up for yourself, telling it like it is. Partnerships and alliances coming out as well. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, yep, accelerated motion, things speeding up for you, communication, movement. Then we have trapped in fear and then conflict. So let me make it clear to you. This change is bringing up some things. And this is, I'm looking here, and it does look like this has to do a lot with partnerships. We have communications coming in, but I feel like some level of fear is still plaguing you with this change. So you have a decision to make. Let's just speak about this decision that you have here, because there's a decision you're going to have to make here. Let's see what this decision is about, because there's conflict here. What is this decision about? Thank you, Holy Spirit. What decision do we need to make right now? So this is, detaching from hostilities. Okay, so you may still be holding on to a lot of hurt, betrayal. Like I said in the beginning, this is like carrying the hurt with you. And Spirit is asking you to detach from this. So you have a decision to make on whether or not you want to detach from this or not. But I feel like this is a challenge for you. And I always speak about boundaries, right? But boundaries are here. This is a part of your healing. So as a result of you setting boundaries, this is how you kind of heal from that. Like, I feel like many of you are carrying the hurt and pain with you as if you don't have any control over your environment or control over how you can move. I really feel like this is a very, the energies I'm feeling really feels very much like someone who's been in some type of abusive relationship. This could be like, I'm hearing money, I'm hearing emotional, mental abuse. I mean, this is like someone who's afraid to go back into the same cycle all over again. I'm really feeling this energy of, and as a result, you're kind of taking that hostility with you. It's like you're taking that harshness with you as you deal with other people, but it's like you're still not detaching from what it is. It's still walking with you. So, okay, so this is why we're having to heal from this. So yeah, we're going to definitely have to do a mantra or some type of healing exercise, because whoever's dealing with this situation, I must make it very clear, this is something you really have to work on. So we're going to get some affirmations around this. We're going to get, and a healing process. I'll see what's coming up for you. I'll see what I can find here, just in regards to what you may need to kind of heal through this process. So, woo! Okie dokie. That energy is there and it is not playing, okay? All right, so let's just see if we can move on here a little bit, because I feel like I want to get advice on how to kind of heal from this. Like, that's the question, right? How do you let go of the hurt, the pain, right? How do you let go of the betrayal? How do you let go and now be the new you? Okay, so they're telling me the new you here. Okay, so there's a new you that's coming forth, And for some reason, you're holding on to the past you, right? So the past you is allowing you to still feel safe. And it's really a false sense of security, but there's a level of safetyness. It's a safety net here because that safety net is really allowing you because to stay in a familiar territory. And that familiar territory may embody this the anger or the rage that you still may have down inside. And I feel like this is really that challenge, detaching from that. So working with this energy is how you kind of bypass that. Okay, so how do we work with this energy of whatever we're holding on to? Because again, whatever this way of being that we have adapted, this is you've adapted to a way of walking. You've adapted to a way of dealing with people moving forward because this was how you coped with what you went through. You're like, I'm never going to go through that again. This is how I'm going to deal with it moving forward. This is how I protect my heart. This is how but let me make it clear to you, whatever it is that you're doing, you're also stopping your blessings as well. So if you're protecting yourself, let me make it clear to you too, that's, your protection, God protects you, right? So you embody this protection. So you're not alone in this protection. But I feel like you're taking on this protection as if it's only your own, like you're the only one who could do this. Like you're the only one who can protect you. You're the only one who can keep you safe. Again, this is the challenge too, because you feel like you're really doing this by yourself. So you're overworking yourself, really. All right, y'all. Woo, Lord. Okay. So let's get some advice as to how to deal with this. Okay, communication is coming up again. So your self-esteem is really what's coming up here, and being honest with yourself. Some of you may have created this illusion that you're good in this energy, that you're good the way you are. You've created an illusion of safety, like I said earlier, but this is also an illusion of who you are embodying. Why you're embodying this, you're creating this. You really feel like this is you. You really feel like this is who you are. And and communication and honesty, transparency is really the key here. I feel like you need to really express what you're going through here. And that's where you can then embody the self-love and the confidence. But it's like you can't really be as confident, as hopeful, as genuine as you really want to be, or as you hope to be, because I'm seeing here, it's really like, because you're still trapped. You're still embodying something here that you don't even want anybody else to see. You're embodying a level of truth within yourself that you don't even know is really there. But whatever it is, you can't even see it yourself, or you know it's there and you know you're hiding it. Either way, you're not freeing yourself of this. That's where your healing comes in, because you're not whole right now. But I feel like this is a direction you're moving into. You're going to be pushed into this, but this is why you're kind of trapped in fear, because of the lack of transparency with oneself, not just with others, but with oneself. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Hey, Natural Beauty. You said this is already resonating. It is a safe. You said the message you got is, it is safe to be me. Amen. I love that. A woman. Don't get me started. I love. Okay. All right. Yep. Look at what else is coming out for you guys. I mean, really. Again, look at this self-expression coming out here again regarding love. But see, and this is what I'm talking about right here, this new level of insight. You feel me? This is a new level of insight here that you're trying to gain. You're trying to gain a new level of insight as it pertains to love. And I don't want to say you're trying to gain. I really feel like this is what Source is giving to you. I feel like this is what's coming to you at this time. And I feel like this is what's going to free you too. I feel like there's a epiphany that's coming. It's like you're unlocking something deep within inside you. Let's see here. I want to see this epiphany. What is this epiphany around? Let me just speak to this insight, the spirituality, the spiritual piece, understanding this awareness. This is self-evaluation of self. We're doing awakening here. Like all of that awakening energy is coming up here too. So let me just see kind of where some of you are regarding your journey and this awakening phase here. Let's see. You said, but we was both in love last week. I can't with y'all. You said, I'm sick of these. I hear you. I hear you. Let me show you what's coming up for you guys. As far as the spiritual piece, your health is coming up and awareness is coming up. Now, I always tell you guys that if you don't deal with whatever is going on within you, it can manifest in other ways within your body, what have you. So you may be feeling certain things within your body that may be feeling uncomfortable. Be aware of that. And I would say speak to that. I feel like God wants to tell you to speak to that energy right now. Whatever energy you're feeling within yourself that you maybe blocking out, speak to that energy. What is it? What is it that I'm hiding? What is it that I'm hiding from? What is it that I want? What is it that I'm what is it that what is it? Speak to any parts of your bodies that's feeling, because I feel like that's energy that's trapped there that you need to release. You may want to do some Reiki on yourself. Go to a Reiki practitioner. You may want to do healing work on yourself. Of course, I do healing work as well. So just go wherever you need to go to get some healing in regards to for your health. You might need to check on that, because I just feel like this is something you just need to be aware of now. It may, and the reason why I'm saying this is because there may be something physically wrong with you that may be blocking you from really understanding the fullness of what's going on. Because I feel like you really have a connection with the divine, and you have this higher way of thinking, this higher vibrational energy around you, but your health may be impacting, because a lot of times you have to ground, a lot of times you have to keep yourself within, you have to eat clean, especially when you want to get really strong messages and understand what it is that God is trying to bring forth to you, your angels, what have you, your guides are trying to bring to you something here, right? And a lot of times it requires you to be good in order to release whatever it is that you're holding on to get back to this harmony. We got this harmony in the beginning, right? So this is where you want to be, but there's some something that's blocking you from the joy that you're looking for. Let's see. But spirit is here listening to you, talking to you through this process. So this is not something to fear. I just want to make that clear to you. I'm just saying it could be a stomach ache. It could be your knee hurts. It could be, this is not like some, predicated something's going to happen to you. Woo. This is not what I'm talking about. It may be just something simple as, a knee jerk or, something like that, So I would just say sit. Many times when I do my healing energies, you sit and you kind of just feel the energies throughout your body. Trace from the bottom to the top, top to the bottom. Put your feet flat on the ground so you can feel and be connected to Mother Gaia. And that's that transference of that energy from Mother Gaia to you, and kind of feeling that energy throughout your body. Where do you feel like there's energy trapped? That's kind of the exercises I'm talking about. So we have here, we're trying to get insight regarding love. So let's just see, what insight is it that you need to be aware of right now regarding love? Okay. Okay, I'm seeing something that you're passionate about here. It is safe for you to love, true love, and then we have freeing yourself. So again, see, I feel like the conundrum here is really, how do I be free? And then how can I feel like it's safe to love, right? How can I be free and take control of my life, but then love too? And I feel like that's where the boundaries come in. Like, you can love yourself wholeheartedly, be in love with yourself, be in love with someone else, feel this level of passion, love it. But I feel like there's a part of you who feels like you're going to lose a part of yourself. That's what I'm seeing here. Like, you feel like there's a part of yourself you're going to lose if you open your heart, right? Let's go extra step deeper. What is the fear here? Let's just go there. I mean, I feel like, you know, I've been playing around it, right? Where's the fear? Because you're trapped in fear here. But things are moving forward regardless if you like it or not. Yeah, this is about knowing yourself. This is about knowing who you are, knowing yourself. It's a challenge in your perception. It's how you perceive things, which is the way we've been taught to perceive things, right? We've been taught that, you know, as the divine feminine, that you are to be in this feminine energy. It means for you to be weak. It means for you to be, you know, so a lot of times we go into our masculine energy in order to protect ourselves. And we can still be within our feminine energy, still love on ourselves, love on others and all of that, and still be protected without having to jump over to that masculine way of dealing with things. So, but this, I'm telling you, a lot of this requires you to know who you are, though. This requires a level of self-esteem, pride, self-worth that comes through honoring your journey versus trying to say, okay, I know I'm supposed to do this, but you know, this is a good time to ask that, how can I do this from where I've been to where I'm going? How am I able to really get there? You know, and I feel like that's, how do I get back to who I am, or who am I now? I feel like that is the big question here. Your perception of who you are now is like, it's just not jiving with what you feel like it should be in order to move forward and actually trust if this is pertaining to love, right? So you got to see the signs. There's some signs you're not seeing here. Because if many of you are honest with yourself, there's a lot that you have not let go of yet. You've created coping mechanisms to deal with your situation, but you haven't really let go of where you've been. You really haven't let go of the harm that's been done to you. You really haven't forgiven yourself. You really haven't, some of you really haven't vocalized how you truly feel even, right? Let's speak to what you need to talk about, because I'm seeing a lot of blue chakra energy here. That blue chakra energy is coming up deep. So let's see. Let's see. Thank you. What is this? What messages do you have for us? This blue chakra energy keeps coming up. What is it that we need to express? What is it that we need, the inner voice that needs to come out? Because this speaks to you being assertive about what it is you want, vocalizing what it is that you want. Okay. Let's see. One, never judge another. Okay. I would add yourself to that. Practice moderation and learning from your mistakes. So, I feel like there's some question in it. What have you learned? Making each day count seems to be so important here. Every day, you have to be yourself. But make each day count. Let's see what that looks like, because Spirit is saying that you're looking to somebody else, like you're judging other people for some reason. You're judging them in their situation, their circumstance, what have you. And I feel like that's not really your concern. I feel like you're deflecting. So for some of you who are like, yeah, but they, I want you to also look at, yeah, but you. Because there's a mistake, there's a pattern here that you need to break. There's a pattern here that you're not seeing the you in this. So there's a mistake. You need to learn from your mistakes. So Spirit is saying to practice moderation when it comes to something here. So let's just see. It's like you need to take baby steps here. Some of you may be trying to leap. Maybe some of you are not in the position to, you may be trying, let's just see, practice moderation. What I'm feeling though with this practice moderation, I feel like you're trying to rush and do something that you may not be fully prepared for, but for some reason you feel like you need to go faster than you're really ready to go. I'm feeling like a people-pleasing vibe, like you might be doing it to please someone else, not necessarily for yourself, but you may be just trying to get over this hump. You may be just trying to move forward. You may not even be trying to go through the process. You may not feel like you have the time to process what it is you've gone through. You may have feel as though you spent enough time processing it and you just want to be done already, right? So let's just speak to this practice of moderation here. What is it that we need to practice moderation on? Yep, this is about making a decision, choosing a path. Like for some reason, you feel like you have to jump and do something. Jump and do something that may lead to, it's like you're trying to, okay. Some of y'all may not want to admit this, but I do see some get back energy right now. Like you may be trying to do something to get back at someone else. Because of decisions that you've made. Maybe you saw somebody in a different light. They weren't who you hoped they would be. They weren't who you needed them to be. They weren't ... And now I'm seeing here that you don't want to see perhaps the role you played in this. So Spirit is like really bringing forth, look at this. Spirit has here, let's be fair here. There's a fork in the road here. There's a fork in the road here. Let's be fair. Let's go an extra step deeper. I want to see, let's get into this. Ooh, okay. Yeah, Spirit wants you to do this in your yin energy. We have yang here in reverse, and then we also have the milk and honey here in reverse. And this is the higher power working all of this. So for some reason, you're trying to get to this sweet spot, but the way in which you're trying to get there is not the way to get there. Whew. It seemed like that was a long time to get that out. I feel like this is what this whole reading is about. The way you're trying to get there is not the way to get there. I feel like this is what this is all about. So let's just find out how you're supposed to get there. Okay? How are you supposed to get there? Because whatever you're doing to get where you're going is not the way you're supposed to get there. Practice moderation. You can't do it off the back of someone else. You have to do it on your own back. And this has to do all with you. Making each day count has all to do with you, not to do with anyone else. Has all to do with you. All to do with you, right? And it's about being yourself. And right now, I'm telling you, you're not allowing yourself to be transparent, real. You're not. Look at that. Look at all this blue chakra energy. And look at this honesty piece here. Because we're speaking a lot to love, let me go ahead and get a love. Let's see what the love whispers is saying about this in this relationship. For those of you who are resonating with this message, let's just see, what the advice is and how. Look, OMG, OMG. I can't make this ish up. Love who you are. For some reason, based on what you've gone through, all the challenges, all of that, oh my gosh, it's like it's like you're questioning why. It's like you're like, but I can't accept that. You don't want to accept something about yourself. And I really feel like it's going to be different for all of you, but I really feel like what it is you're not accepting about yourself is your past, what you've gone through, how long you've stayed in it. And so let me just give you the message associated with this message. Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person deserving of all the wonderful things that life has to offer. For some reason, you don't believe that. Let's go there. For some reason, you don't believe that. Let's just go there. Because I think this is where your healing lies. If you can get past this, you can get here to this healing. But there's a hump you got to get over first. And it's loving who you are, knowing that you belong, being honest and transparent. This is also in relationships. I feel like for some of you, you're faking the funk. You're not even who you were or who you are anymore. Because you've turned into and transformed into something you've had to be. Don't get me wrong. You've transformed into something you had to be in order to protect yourself from a situation from your past, to just keep going, to cope, to make it, and remain here in it, or to remain being the mother, the whatever it is that you had to be. You chosen to become someone new in order to adapt to and cope with the situation you were in. But because you've had to adapt to that and change who you were, you're now not who you organically are. You're now you're now not who you are anymore. You're now not who you're supposed to be anymore. Okay? So now it's like, how do I go back to who I was? Not who I was when I was, gullible or green or what have you. Not who you were then, but how do I get back to the authentic me who is knowledgeable, who has this new level of wisdom and be my authentic loving self again? How am I able to do that and still go back to being loving? You feel me? How? What you say? You tell no lies. I appreciate the raw honesty. You said, oh, you got the knee energy, you just had a knee surgery. Oh, you said you have to get a knee surgery. Yeah, you're guarded. Absolutely. So, but who were you before that, right? So this is what this is coming back to, because Spirit wants you to be who you are, organically, authentically. Who are you in your authentic self? Even though you've went through this hurt and pain, and even though you've had to come out on the other side and survive it, even though you had to move through it and come on the other side to become who you are today, which is more guarded, how do you let down that guard and still be authentic to you? Because your guarded self is another. It's almost like I see three of you, and we're going back to the beginning of this message here because this is speaking to rhythms. Let me show you what I'm looking at here. So this is Goddess, the Goddess I'm talking about here. Goddess Morgan Frey. What I'm talking about here is there's three parts of them, right? Look at her. It's like the haggish part of her. Look at that. The haggish part of her, the younger green part of her, but you're right here in the middle. But that betrayal will have you feeling like you're here. The lack of knowledge has you here, but you're really here right in the middle, the one that embodies both. You embody both your past and you embody both the maiden and the crone, but you're the queen. So you're actually in an amazing spot right now because you have the energy, you have the know-how, the wisdom of the crone. You may have even the money of the crone. You may, because the crone is normally the solitary woman per se. The crone is usually the one that's, out of childbearing age. They're the ones who are, financially stable, but they always looked at as being this wicked because they're not the maiden. And they're actually telling me, or the whore, or the one that they can, manipulate into believing, right? Manipulate into believing they're the whore. Y'all know that perspective, the Mother Mary whore, right? So it's like, which one are you, right? So, and this is all about society's perspective of women, right? They would like to villainize the woman who has the power of their divine feminine nature, who uses it for her best being. But if you're not that gullible dumbass, right? Or who you might have been, or more gullible, whatever, or if you're not that sweet mild, or if you're not the stupid one, because if you're smart, God forbid, if you're wise, oh my God, and you're knowing, what am I supposed to do with that, right? I can't be around this all-knowing, wise, whatever. And so then you continue to hide yourself in order to be a part of this society's view of who you're supposed to be in order to be in relationship or with someone else, right? Y'all about to have me preaching up in here right now, okay? So right now you're like in between. Who am I? The past, the present, the new, the old. Who am I? You're the wise. You're embodying it all. All of it's you, and it's okay. You're not who somebody else says you're supposed to be, because I believe many of y'all are holding on to a perception of yourself that someone has over and over said you were. Not just society, this is somebody close to you. So somebody close to you has villainized you in some way for whatever reason, said it's your fault, me too'd you, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's serious. It's real. Someone has put something on you and then claimed it was your fault when they took advantage of you in the wrong. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the bullshit, right? And so now they want to look at you like you crazy because you're the mad black woman, or you're the mad black, whatever it is, you're mad, right? Female. Marry what is it? What's it? The Diary of a Mad Black Woman? Is that the name of that movie? So now it's like you're this harsher version of you. Y'all seen that movie? Because now they showing me the movie, right? When she was like really harsh. Like, she just came out of something, but the perspective of her being so harsh came from somebody who had no idea her story, had no idea what she went through, had no idea. Now, mind you, this man saw her being dragged out of her house and still going to look at her like, well, why are you acting like that? You should be, you should be this for me. Please, I'm tired of being something for somebody else. I'm trying to just find me. So many of you are in a place where you're trying to find out who you are, and somebody else you might be feeling like you need to be something for somebody else, but this is where that separation comes in, because you're not being honest and authentic to yourself. You're being what you need to be for somebody else, or you're looking at the perception of this is how I'm supposed to be in order to be with somebody else. Fuck that. Nah, y'all. No, we're not doing that. So Spirit made me go through all that to say what? I feel like I was going somewhere. Okay, so because I had a question, right? But I feel like it was answered. Hey. So all of this is about you being you. So you've gone through all these challenges. You've been all of these. Now, which one do you want to settle in? Right? Do you want to settle over here? Settle over here? Or do you want to settle over here? Because I feel like this may be the truth. Look at that sword here. That's the truth, right? You know, when you're younger, you have a little more vibrancy about you. I remember always saying how, when I was younger, I felt like I could do anything. I remember my mother would be like, oh, yeah, you could be the president. I mean, it doesn't mean much now, but I'm just saying. But that's the perspective I had. I felt like I could do anything. So I felt like I had the choice to do anything I wanted. But then you go through life, and life beats you down so much to where you really feel like, you know what, maybe I can't. Maybe, you go through so much to where you go back and you're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be this. And so you're kind of trying to get back to the authentic you that felt good, like you could do anything again. But because you're still holding on to a lot of the hurt, the pain, the betrayal, you don't know who you are without it. That's what this reading is about. Who are you without the betrayal? Who are you without the hurt, the pain? Who are you if you let your guard down? What are you afraid of if you do let your guard down? If you finally let your guard down. Now, mind you, I ain't saying be a doormat by far. Okay. No, that's not what we're talking about here. This is about how are you able to let your guards down and still be you. It may require boundaries. This is the challenge. This is the conundrum, right? This is the challenge. Because right now, many of you have all this up, right? You ready to get somebody. Like, I wish you would. This is like saying, I wish it would. Please, I wish you would. Like, you ready. You said you went there already. You always come through in the church. You say in the church, in the clutch. I tell y'all, oh Lord. Whew, I'm telling you. Yeah, so that's kind of the challenge here. So this is the part you have to go through to get to here. To get to this healed, the healed whole you. How do you get to this healed, peaceful whole you? Right? Look at her face, the calm, right? This is someone who is very sure. When I see this, I love this, because this is someone who, how some people look at you like, okay, like whatever. I know the truth, but you can say whatever you want. Come on, you can lie to me. Yeah, I don't believe you. What's really going on is this, and this. But you can, apparently, this is what you need to do, because this is where you are right now. But I see through that BS, right? I love the calmness there. I used to always say when I was young, I was like, I can't wait till I get into my 60s or 70s or whatever, because it was like this God aunt or whatever that, great grandmother, that's some God aunt, great something. Anyway, and she was just so raw. Like she would say anything out of her mouth, and everybody would just chuckle and laugh and feel like, oh, okay, well, it's just so-and-so, like it didn't matter. Everybody else trying to be prim and proper, but she's like, oh, y'all, like, y'all, this is crazy. Like, y'all mad. She's a whore. She's a this. He's a that. He ain't this. She ain't. And how y'all going to allow all this to go down? Like, she was the one who told the truth about the situation. Everybody else, oh, no, that's not me. Oh, no. Like, no, she's just crazy. but she's telling the truth. Like nobody's listening, but she's like the true truth. And I'm like, I can't wait to be her because everybody else is hiding it. Everybody else lying. Everybody else is lying about it. So when you can be that authentic person, not caring what people think, any of that, man, I love it. So, whoo, yeah. So let's take it on back. Let's go ahead and start getting our advice. Let's start getting the advice, y'all. So this is what leads you to your healing. Letting your guard down. How can you let your guard down and still be you? How can you go back to who you are? Because really the question is, okay, we put our guards up. Let's just make it simple. Let's just 1 + 1 = 2, right? Let's just do some basic math. You put your guards up, right? Because you were hurt, right? You don't want it to happen again. So you're putting your guards up because you don't want it to happen again. But by putting your guards up, it also stops you from progressing in love, learning, doing something else. So in essence, you're blocked. You're not really able to go anywhere because you put your guards up. That's like putting a fence up. That's like you're running now into a fence because you literally can't move forward now. So you created this fence around you, but the only person you've really trapped is you, right? I just saw a message that came out earlier. Here we go. Look at that. So you created this blockage. You're in the middle. You created this fence. You created this boundary. This is you. Spirit is saying to free yourself from that, right? Free yourself. Take back control of your life. Because what's controlling your life? This fence. Oops. That fence is controlling your life, and Spirit wants you to let your guards down, really come out of this fence. Now, granted, you can go back into the fence whenever you want. The fence is always there. It's like kind of taking your time stepping out of that. Let me just take 1 foot out. Let me step out of it. It reminds me of cancers and the crab. You know how we have the shell, right? You know I'm a Cancer, right? Cancer sun anyway. And so it's like this shell, right? And you can always go back to that shell. That shell is there. You know, you can come out and play all you want, but usually we go back in that shell and become introverted at some point. That's what we're talking about here. Right now, you're in this fence. And that fence is always going to be there. You can always go back there. But Spirit wants you to kind of take your time, step out of this fence, step out of what's comfortable for you, and actually do something a little different. Learn from your mistakes, though. Don't make the same ones, right? We're not making the same mistakes. And I feel like a lot of these mistakes are centered around your communication. What aren't you saying? Like, I'm cutthroat honest. I can be the most honest person. Let me tell you. The way I maneuver out of this fence is I step out and I just tell everybody, look, this fence is here and I can go back at any moment. Let me make it clear to you, I'm not healed. I'm not fully there. I'm dealing with some shit. You know what I mean? I'm dealing with a few things. But with that in mind, I'm interested in your friendship. You know, we can kind of maneuver, take a few steps here. You know, I'm not trying to put nothing on you, but we do need to take our time because that's what's comfortable for me. I'm not going to make the same mistakes where I may have rushed into something, or you may have rushed into marriage, or you may have rushed into a relationship, or you may have rushed and did something because that's what you just did. And there's no judgment because it's not really rushing, right? You just went with the flow. But now you're kind of learning from your previous mistakes, and now you're like, okay, I'm gonna take my time, and now I'm gonna take one toe at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 day at a time. As soon as you show me you doing some BS, let me make it clear to you. I'm gonna be honest about it. You're not gonna just see it, know it with your heart like something's off and not say anything. If something's off, you're gonna say something. If you wanna work on it. If you don't wanna work on it, you could just step off, right? You know, you could just be like, okay, I'm gonna go back into my shell. Deuces, you know, this was fun. You know, I'm not doing this no more. Been there. You know, and that gives the person a decision to make on themselves. Oh, okay, she ain't dealing with this. Nah, I'm not. So, and then let them prove themselves differently. They will have to prove themselves differently, for me anyway. So again, this is really not about you keeping the boundaries up. This is allowing you to come out, but you're not wicked, you're not harmful, you're not, you know, you're not taking the harshness, the hostilities with you. What you're doing is taking your time. And it's okay. You're not doing it in somebody else's time. You're doing it in your time, what's comfortable for you. And if they care about you and they really want to be with you, they will take their time with you. If they don't understand that, okay, that's, you don't understand. I understand what I'm doing. And if this is not for you, then I understand that as well. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I see y'all writing paragraphs now. Hold up, wait a minute. What's going on? What you say, Natural Beauty? You said, I am pure love, Marsha. I see that. I'm straight up guarded, but I may dip my jump all the way in. Yeah. Yeah. You said jump all the way there. It's too hard. Yeah. If I come at him like I want, I'll hurt his feelings for sure. I don't think you should give a fuck. That's personally. I mean, let me just make it clear. Y'all talking to the wrong one here today. I'm gonna make it very clear to y'all. Hurt whose feelings for what? So that's your truth. Is it your truth? That's all I want to know. Is it your truth? Answer me that one, Natural Beauty. Marsha, you said what? Awesome advice. I find that when things move fast, they start off great, but then burn out just as fast. Absolutely. And lost out on an amazing connection because of that. Absolutely. Yes. A lot of times with things, you're right. And it could be the person, it could be the passion, whatever it is. But it may be something telling you like, look, I need to put the pedals on. I just need to, and whatever it is you decide to do, then let me make it clear to you. See, I think a lot of things we do is because we're trying to keep somebody. A lot of the things we do and how we shy back from what we really want to say and do this is because you really feel like you're trying to keep somebody. But let me make it clear to you. You don't want to keep somebody who don't want to be kept, nor do you want to keep somebody who ain't ready to keep you. You feel me? So if they ain't ready to go through whatever it is that you have to go through, whether it means to take your time or to kind of, whatever that is, if they're not ready, then they're not ready. So if they can't handle your honesty, your transparency, and all of that, they're not ready for you. So we need to stop acting like we need to be something for somebody else when they're not ready. They may not even be mature enough. They may not understand. They may not want to understand. They may want something that's quick and will burn out easily. They may want that. Let them go get that. I'm quick to say, okay, I may not be able to provide certain things for you. Handle your business. Do what you got to do. I'm not trying to be your everything. I'm who I am. And I'm not going to get myself lost in trying to be who you want me to be. I refuse. So I think that's kind of part of the challenge here of how you got to see things, because you cannot get lost. And I feel like many of us are lost in what society's perspective of what somebody else wants us to be. All right. He said, yeah, he can't tell me nothing. At this point, it's all. And the actions, yes. I'm paying attention. Yep. Yep. It looks like, Marsha, you agree. Natural Beauty, yes. Things start off, yep. Mm-hmm. It was pure passion, yeah. You said, Marsha's your twin. Yes, honey, yes. I'm telling y'all, you know, it's serious. So, you know, did I pull the card yet? I don't think I did. I just put it down like, look, I just started going for it, huh? So yeah. So yeah, this is really about your healing. It really requires you to be who you are, naturally, who you are authentically. Let's get you some advice. I feel like I already said what needs to be said. I'm exhausted now. I already said what had to be said, y'all. I'm just saying. All right. Oop, 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 oop. That's a lot trying to come out. I'm not doing all that. Let's try these two, though. Inner wakefulness, and then we have sanctuary. In my inner sanctuary, I connect to peace, inner quietude, and comfort. And then we have inner wakefulness. I am completely awake and tuned into my truth, clarity, and inner wisdom. What you're connected to right now. Your inner wakefulness. I am completely awake and tuned into my truth, clarity, and inner wisdom. I feel like this is where many of you are. You're very aware. You know. So now you just have to trust yourself, right? Like this knowing is already within you. And I feel like the conflict comes in And the fear comes in when you're questioning who you really are, when you're in partnerships. This is about really feeling okay with being honest with yourself and transparent with people around you. But I feel like this is quickly coming, so y'all might want to get on board. This is quickly coming, honey. Shine, baby, shine. It's no joke out in these streets. It's fun, though. You said Marsha is baby brother. We need to exchange. Yep. Y'all do your thing. Natural beauty now. Subtracting all the Europeans. Literally. My friend told me, bring it back to motherland. I know that's right. I hear you. I get that same energy, Marsha, though, all the time. And my girlfriends, they'll take me out. They'll be like, you always. And I'm like, it is what it is. Find love where you find love, honey. Find love where you find love, honey. I'm going to leave it at that. But yes, the conflict comes in when you're really questioning who you are. So can you be authentic to you? That's really what's happening here, because the fear comes out. You're in fear when you're not trying to be authentic in partnerships. But I see something's coming quickly. Let me just look into that. I already told you this throat chakra and this lover's energy is here. But this accelerated motion, things are picking up and moving fast. So let's just talk about that really quickly. Things are moving quickly. Let's talk about this accelerated motion here. All right. Things are moving quickly here. What is moving quickly here? Oh, baby, yes. Baby, yes. Your power. Look at that. Your personal power. You guys are waking up. The self-love, all of that. I feel like this is the overall energy that's just coming on. Ooh. Yep. You guys are exploring a new part of your power here. And Spirit wants you to. This is what's accelerating here. This is what's accelerating. Clarify this accelerated motion. What's accelerating here? I'm pulling out the Star Seeds deck now. Let's see. What's accelerating here? Because I see your personal power. And, ooh, I know all that didn't flip over. Y'all saw how that flipped, right? Like all of that. Empathic, yes. So you're becoming more and more empathic, guys. So when you're empathic, let me make it clear to you, sometimes you absorb energy that's not even yours. So just be aware of that. And then we have here falling into the arms. Look at how beautiful that is. Falling into my arms. This is surrendering, holding, the extremes in life. So this is like two extremes. This is what the reading has been about. You being in this extreme of who am I? And really, you just need to find that comfortable middle of who you are and be authentic to your experience and take that and be okay with that and love that. Your experiences make you who you are, but you don't want to keep your guards up too. So this is about surrendering. This is all about surrendering. He said, Marsha, I'm dealing with the motherland. They all read from the same handbook. I can't with y'all. Ooh, Lord. Ooh, Lord, y'all are funny. Yes. You know, I can't. I want to, okay, let me address that real quick. I totally feel you, Natural Beauty. Let me make it clear to you. I totally feel you. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, really? Like, is this what's going on here? Like, I swear to you, I'm like, is somebody going around teaching Pimp 101 or something? Like, but let me make it clear. That's not who they are either. That's the funny part of it all. Y'all all faking. None of y'all know who you are. Now what? See, this is why I said Natural Beauty what I said. You talking about, oh, I'm a hurt their feelings. So they need to know the truth. And it requires us to step up into our power. Because let me make it clear to you. We are the power. We are the gauge. We're the ones moving it. So if many of us stay down in their lower vibrational energy or in the energy that they in of the Pimp 101 and not bring it up to Goddess 808, you feel me? Like or 432 gigahertz. You feel me? Like, don't let me go there, y'all. Bring it up to Goddess Pimp, Goddess 432 something. I'm so serious. I'm so serious, Natural Beauty. It's not about their feelings. It's about honesty. And many of them have not gained it. Let me make it clear. If you just look at the society and who's raising the men, right? In many cases, women raising the men. Now what? Look at the dynamics. In some cases, in many cases, it's men raising men. But if you have men that were raised by women only, that's raising these men too. Who knows? I don't know what's going to come of that. I don't know about the 3 generational. But I can tell you the one-on-one, if they're being raised by their mama, and it's just their mama, this is what I'm talking about. They're learning Pimp 101 from the streets. Okay? Because mama couldn't have taught them that. You feel me? Mama ain't teach them that. Mama did show them that, oh, you know, I got her wrapped around my finger so I can use some of these moves out here on these streets. But then there's certain people who are raised in different ways. All I'm saying is it depends upon their raising. It depends upon their background, y'all. And I'm just making it clear. It depends upon their background and their raising. So, but if you see, and then now you got people in the street that's following the other person in the street. You feel me? So now you got Pimp 101 over here. Like, yeah, this is how I get them. I keep them like this. I keep them on my line, right? And then they done taught the other young boy who, even if he was raised by his father, because he in the street, he done learned Pimp 101 from him. You know, it was so crazy to me. Let me tell you how, this is how I know this. This is not, I'm telling you, this is not a message that I received. This is experience. Experience is a good teacher. It takes someone like me to know. I swear to you, within 1 week, heard the same shit from like 3 different men at 3 different places at 3 different age brackets, like 80 and then like 30 something. And then it was like 40, 50. And I'm like, what? Do y'all get the same? I mean, all of them said the exact same thing. It was like 1 or 2 things they said exactly the same. And I was just like, what the? And I tell y'all, I'm trying to figure it out because I was trying to figure it out. I was like, I don't understand why y'all, so many of y'all the same. Like, what is going on here? But if you listen and you watch, they done learn this from Pimp, 80-something-year-old Pimp who done told shoddy 16-year-old, this is what you got to do, man. You can never. Be careful how you let, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? So then they learn and then they maneuver. And it is what it is. And they go with it. And because it's been working, it works. Prince, come here. I'm down here so he can come over here for a second. Come here. Come here. Y'all want to see Prince, my baby? Hey there, pumpkin. Come here. Ah, look at that. Look at that pumpkin. Say hi. Your breath stinks. Say hi. Look. You got your hair on my... Say hello. Say Merry Christmas. Say Merry Christmas. Say Merry Christmas. Look at boo-boo. Say hi. Hello. All right. I'm going to get him on out. Go on about your business. I don't know what he's doing. He probably... Oh, I think he wants his food. No, go. I think he wants his food, which is thawing out. But yeah, y'all. So what was I about to say? Yeah, so I'm just telling y'all, this is what's going on for real. Men's are for Mars, women are for Venus. I'm telling you, that's so real. Like, it's just, you know, and I mean, I gotta say it from our perspective too. We also, right? We also will, you know, do a little of that too, where we talk to each other. Oh, this is what we're gonna do. You know, we pass on the information as well, or we have our mothers, also our mothers who taught us how to be this way, right? So it's like, I'm not surprised that they're that way and that they getting Pimp 101 from over there and then we getting Goddess 808 over here. But I bet you many of our goddess, we had some 101s and some of us are some 808s. And many of us are coming out now. We're doing some 432 gigahertz type-ish, changing the vibration of our lineage because we're trying to break some of these generational curses because we've just been doing what we had to do. And many of them, I mean, I got to give it to them. They've been doing what they had to do. They may not have been taught differently. They're only doing what they know. So when you're trying not to hurt their feelings, to me, you're not being honest with you or with them. You're not being honest honest enough to say, look, it is what it is. Take it or leave it. Grow or don't. One step at a time. I'm not dealing with this ish. Where do you get that from? What are you, a mama's boy? What do you think you a pimp? What do you think you a... I mean, and it could be all done and fun. Oh, you think you a pimp, huh? I mean, I do that too. I play. But I mean, it's still the same thing. Pimp 101, is that what we're doing now? Oh, so you trying to... No, that's not what I'm doing, Shawty. You know, I'm just trying to say, baby, it's not like that. It seems like that, though. You sure? Yeah, check that. Come see me later. You feel me? That's the truth. This has been ingrained in all of us. Absolutely. Functional dysfunction. Absolutely. Yes. But it's just been surviving. And like I say all the time, it's either do you want to survive or do you now want to live? Which one is it? So sometimes when you have that guard up, you're still surviving because you're still protecting yourself. And I get it because your heart is still wounded and you're still, right now, I feel like, this is like a new wound for some of you. So you're still in that. So you may not be ready to move on and change to another level or to move to and do something a little different. But all I can say is when you're ready, just put your toe in a little bit at a time, naturally, just a little bit. Don't jump all in. Like just a little bit, because I do believe it requires discipline. That's what they just told me. It requires discipline too, to see what's going on. Because a lot of times we may just go with our emotions, or we may be empathic and feeling that they want us and we want them, and let's just do this. But they may not be mentally right. And I'm telling you, and that was interesting though, because that's actually what I heard from the 3 different men. It was like almost like, yeah, I try to make sure their mental is right. All of them were saying the same thing, because I don't want to just get out there because, they may be on my line after that. Like, they may be crazy. They may be deranged, like on some, like you may be on some crazy stuff. So I need to make sure your mental's right. So I'm not getting involved into something I'm not ready to get involved in. All 3 of them are saying that, like, I'm just trying to see, let me see, is she... And so they watching you, and then you don't want to watch them. They watching you to see, is she going to come and, key my car when I fuck up? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, I need to make sure she's not the type that's going to, it's crazy. Yeah, generational trauma and behavior change the narrative. Absolutely. My thing is, we are all humans going through this human experience. Absolutely. Why don't people give each other more grace? Amen. I love that. Yes, because the grace is real. But let me tell you something, Marsha. Give yourself that grace too. We give it to others a lot of the times, but do we give it up to ourselves? We got to forgive ourselves for what we've gone through as well. And I feel like we hold on to so much, You said we are all a little messy in our own way. Exactly. Which goes back to what I was talking about earlier, which is not judging another. We all are going through our own human experiences. And let me just get a message in regards to that. We're all going through our own human experiences. So it's really about having grace for yourself, having grace for others, and then allowing yourself the grace to just take your time. Just take your time. Look, y'all, the same messages came out, but except it came out with earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother, slow down, time and nature. So again, this is take time, take your time, moderation. Look at that, y'all. Do things in moderation. This is speaking to fall into my arms, surrender. Spirit is asking you to surrender. Leave the extremes of the hurt, the pain, and then maybe the gullible maiden, right? So we have the crone and we have the maiden, but you want to be the queen. So in this queen-like energy, I got to come out of, I have to grow past where I was when I was in my 20s or my teens. And, but I may not be as harsh as maybe the crone at times, or just the one who's holding on to the betrayal and the hostilities, right? And then Spirit is saying, surrender to where you are now and then take your time. This is about that learning lesson. This is that earth message that Marsha was just talking about, which is so perfect. And I knew it was going to come out. But this is like, we're all here to learn from our experiences. So if we look at it from that perspective, again, this is about changing your mindset. If we're looking at it from that experiences, then yeah, why not natural beauty? Just jump all in, have a good time, but don't take it seriously, right? Have a good time. Go get your rocks off, whatever, whatever it is you want to do, have fun with it. But then don't get mad when maybe they show you this level of immaturity because you didn't take your time to see that they were immature in the first place, or that they didn't have some level of maybe even grace for others, or maybe they don't have grace for themselves, or maybe they don't feel like they deserve love, so they therefore treat you a certain way because they're like, well, why would you love me, right? Or something's wrong with you that you even love me, so I'm gonna treat you like ish because you shouldn't have loved me in the first place. It's really a backwards way of thinking, all when they really want love too, right? So it's like, but if you don't feel like you deserve love, like some people, we could go to people who may not have had their mother or their father in their life. So now they feel like, well, no, they didn't want me. So what makes me be okay with you wanting me? So they didn't love me. They took advantage of me. So for you to do anything different, this is what I know. This is what I know from when I was 7, when I was 6, when I was 8, when I was 12. This is what I learned, was they didn't love me, or they took advantage of me. They were supposed to protect me. They didn't protect me. So now I'm with somebody who's doing the exact same thing to me. And sometimes when you find the person who really does want to care for you, love you, or in a different way, or help you heal in a different way, you don't feel like you deserve it. Same thing with them. Sometimes, and if you're that loving, empathic, loving person who wants to love on them, this, that, and, and they don't feel like they deserve it because of their trauma, now you got two traumatized people here not trying to love each other. Right? It's like you don't want to love them, they don't want to love you, So now how do you work through that? Because if you're the one that's loving, trying to love somebody who's hurt, or they're the one who's loving, trying to love somebody who's hurt, what you got? But a person who can't accept love because they don't feel like they deserve love anyway, right? So same thing from them. Same thing from their perspective. They may not feel like they deserve love either. So therefore they treat you like crap because they can't take it, but they really want the love, but they just like, a part of them is still hurt. A part of them is still harmed. A part of them feels like they're not deserving of that kind of love. They may not notice it. They may not see it. They may not, but again, that requires their healing. So you can either stick around for it, which I don't suggest, or you can move on. And again, recognize it's no harm. This is just taking away that judgment piece. That's all I'm saying. All of this is to say, let's not judge them. You don't want to be judged. Let's not judge others. Learn from our mistakes, take our time and learn people. Follow your own intuition and see what's really going on. And don't feel like you have to hold back your authentic you to be in relationship or to move forward and come out of your box. This is all a learning experience. So if this is a learning experience, what's going to happen? Get on out there, do something different. Trust me, if they try the same thing, this is what's so interesting, and I'm taking my own advice. Just know that this is not just for you, this is for me too. Because I've been there where all of you've been. Trust me. And in more ways than one. And a lot of times we're afraid to get back out there and love again, or we put our hearts on our sleeves again, or be the authentic us again, which is loving and giving and graceful and forgiving and many times others, but not ourselves. So we don't give ourselves that same grace. We don't give ourselves that same forgiveness. So all of that to say, if you put yourself back out there again, truthfully, and, fall in love and really enjoy where you're going, you're going to do it differently, whether you believe it or not. A lot of times we're afraid of the past coming back to bite us, or this person doing the exact same thing that someone did to us in the past. But truth be told, you're not going to allow it because you've done so much so differently. You will do it differently. I think you're afraid that you're so harsh now, but really it's not harsh. You're more authentic. You're more honest with who you are, and you know what you want. And it's okay for you to know what you want, because now you can verbalize, oh, I want this. I don't want to go to McDonald's. I want to go to Ruth's Chris. I don't want to go to Wawa and get a sub. I may want to go to the Italian deli 30 miles away from me. I may not want that. It might be a sweet spot right here. I mean, whatever it is, these are the things I want, and I'm okay with saying it. So if you look at, you really have changed. So if you've changed, there's no way that the same thing can happen to you again. I hope that helps somebody. What are y'all talking about? It's no way. Because now you're a different person. I just want you to know that. He said, Pew. Shauna, yes, I do change. I do choose me. That's why I fell. I'm sick of them. I'm going to do the meetups. I'll do the live meetups. I'm going to have that ready for the new year. I will do that in the new year, guys. He said, yes, my dude still hurt from a girl that cheated on him 20 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You don't have no control over that. But you may, but one of these cards say is not my monkey, not my show. Like, that's your problem for you to deal with. I don't have to take that on. I'm not taking that on. You're not going to treat me the same way because of what you went through back then. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And if that's where you still are, that means you're still mentally back there. That's where you are. You're fearful of moving forward. I don't have to deal with that, right? I'm going to tell my business. The guy I was talking to got up and left on a Friday night because I woke him up out of his sleep. And that triggered out of me when guys just leave. Ooh, Lord. That's just BS excuse. Yeah. It takes men years to get over past hurts. It takes everybody. I mean, but look at how we're moving, right? We're all working in this hurtful space for his messiness. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what the fuck? Boy, bye. Yes, Natural Beauty. I ain't got time for that. Yes. Yeah, Marsha. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so that triggered you. So yeah, I would definitely go back to why is that triggering you? Because you're leaving, you have that abandonment. That means that you must have some abandonment issues, right? So when they left, I would say one, don't take it personally. I'm gonna say that right now off the back, because I think right now, if it triggered you, it's because you're taking it personally. It's not because of you per se. You might have woke them up, but that's not necessarily the reason why they left, right? They may have said they left because you woke them up, but they might have left for other reasons too and blaming it on you. So again, don't take it personally. This is one of those moments where you kind of sit back and observe now. Like, let's see what's going to go down now. Now, your trigger came up because now there's something from your past that's now coming up. I told y'all this full moon was going to do that ish. It did it to me too. I get it. So now it's like, okay, why is this triggering you and why is this personal to you? And what do we need to work on within you to help you through that? But don't take on the baggage of that's why they left. No, they left because they wanted to leave. Period. Whatever the reasons was behind it, it might be some other reasons, whatever they may have verbalized it was you, but their reasons, and that doesn't, no, we're not doing that. We're not accepting somebody else's ish. So I'll tell somebody in a heartbeat, some people will say, yeah, well, if you don't do so-and-so for me, if I just go sleep with somebody else, hey, like it was my fault. And they make it clear, like it was your fault because you didn't sleep with me. Go. I don't take that on. That's not my, no. I laugh in the face of this foolishness now, but I know that the life that I lived was one of, well, let me do this because I don't want them to do that. Let me do this because I don't want them to, whatever no, you ain't got no control over them one way or the other. I don't care if you're the nicest person or if you're the biggest ass in the world. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. What matters is you and you staying true to you, and you're not the reason why anybody did anything. We don't take on that baggage. That's the baggage. That's your baggage. You be the bag man, bag lady, whatever you want to be. That's your baggage. I'm not holding that bag for you. Keep your Louis. I'm going to take my Gucci. You going about your baggage. I'm not going to take your bag and then take it on as my baggage. I'm not going to take your 20 years of your hurt relationship and make that my baggage. I'm not going to take the reason why you got up and make that my baggage. I'm not going to take the reason why you cussed me out and make that my baggage. That was the reason you made those choices for yourself. I'm not taking on a responsibility for that. You take the responsibility for that. And make it clear, I'm not taking that. It was you wasn't, and that's why I look at people like, really, is this what we want to do? So if somebody sits there and says, well, I did this because you stopped doing this. No, that's something you wanted to do anyway. And I'm a tit for tat petty mother. Let me make it clear to you. I'm a tit for tat petty. Okay, I'm a tit for tat. And let me make it clear to you. If I get you back, I did something that I wanted to do anyway. You did this to me. Oh, okay, back at you. Now I'm playing this game. It was still my choice. Well, I could say, well, I did it because you did it to me. But I did it. I didn't have to do that. I could have did something else. I could have just never talked to you ever again. But no, I did this to get back at you, got back into the relationship, was like, hey, let's party, you know? But that was a decision I made, regardless. So, I mean, that's what we talking about, this take the judgment off the other person, because that's really what you chose to do. So if they chose to do that, they chose to do that. And it had nothing to do with you. So don't take that on. That ain't your baggage. It ain't your show. It ain't your monkey. It ain't your circus. It ain't yours. Let it go. Don't let them give it to you. Nah, we're not doing that. And people do that all the time. Always want to put it on somebody else. No, that was a decision you made. You made that with your conscious mind, that I was going to sit here and leave. I go around to Tamika's house and do whatever, and it had nothing to do with me. It's just that you were already attracted to Tamika. Was already checking out her ass. You was already looking at it like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that. And all you were doing was looking for a reason for me to do anything, so you can be like, you know what, I'm heading over there. That's something you wanted to do anyway. It had nothing to do with me, and it doesn't matter if I'm the best head giving, toe sucking. I mean, don't get me started, y'all. I'm so serious. You know, I mean, we can go run down the plethora of all the things you could do, and still they'll do whatever they want to do. Or still you do whatever you want to do. So let's not do that, you know. Oh, y'all. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. What you saying here? You said, I laughed in the face of this foolishness. I need that printed on a t-shirt. Yes, honey. Girl, please. Me too. Yes. You said, and I'm raw with it. Yes, but I'm out of the negative energy and will not allow anyone in my space. Yes. That will bullcrap. Yes. Any excuse, anything. Yes. Absolutely. So now it's like, who are you without all of that? So we can say we have our guards up because what happened. We have our guards up because we're really protecting ourselves. And so now if we want to keep the guards up, it can stop things from coming in and going out. So you're stopping a lot. So now we want to slowly let our guards down, or let our guards down and just slowly get to know people in different ways. Just not doing it the way we were doing it before. What are you doing it for? Are you doing it to become wifey? Are you doing it so you can, like, what are the real reasons why you want a relationship? It's so funny because I'm seeing all of these new memes and grams and reels and all this stuff, TikToks, whatever, where they're like, look, you said your wife, you want, oh no, I'm not trying to do that. Like, when nobody wants to be a wife. Well, a lot of people like, I don't want to be a wife, but a lot of people still trying to aspire to be wives, which I get it. You do whatever you want to do, but my thing is, you're so much more than that. That's why it pisses me off when people try to pigeonhole me anywhere. Oh, well, do you cook and clean? I mean, do you pay all my bills? What are you doing for all that? And not even to say, you know, this is a trade-off, because it really ain't. And that's the point I'm making, is like, I'm so much more. And I assume you're so much more too. But are you trying to just pigeonhole yourself into this box? Because I'm not down for it. And I'm more than that. I'm more than cooking and cleaning. Yes, of course, I'm domesticated. I'm living and I have children. Yes, I can do all of that. Will I do it for you is the question. And that's what it's really coming down to. You want me to do it for you? I don't know if I want to do it for you. As a matter of fact, no, I don't. You need to do your own. You grown. You know, because at the end of the day, what? You know, so you got to do things when you're ready. It's not about them. It's not about, you know, you can still do it. And I make it clear, I don't have a problem doing a lot of these things. Really, I mean, I do it anyway. I mean, I have children, I have kids, I got a dog. Like, seriously. It's not even about that. It's about the fact that you're trying to pigeonhole me into a role that is something from the 1950s or 20s or 30s, or born out of slavery, or born to as a result of women who didn't have rights, money, or anything else. And then you want to pigeonhole me into some lifestyle that my great-great-great-grandmother had to go through. And I ain't got to go through it now. So if I decide to do it, you got to be worth it to me. So you think I'm supposed to like prove myself to you? No, motherfucker. You need to prove yourself to me. You need to, if this is what you want, then handle it. Who are you? Who are you? It's like almost like you want, have you noticed how women feel like, and especially that those in really in their divine feminine energy, people want you to prove themselves, want you to prove yourself to them. Like you need to prove that that I should marry you. What? So now I need you to run down all this list of things so I can see whether or not you're marriage material. You and your marriage material and your lists. No. I'm not trying to fit into your box, and that's what ends up happening. Many of us try to fit, and we have contorted ourselves into this unimaginable person who you don't even know or recognize anymore. And that's sometimes what marriage does to you as well. Partnerships and all of that. You've now contorted into something that's not even you. And a lot of times when you get out of it, you have no idea who you are. So the whole point is going into it fully who you are and remaining who you are in it. Remaining authentic to yourself. And if that person is not on the same page you're on, you would have contorted yourself to be something that you're not. And you can't hold up to it. They can't live up to it. You can't live up to it. So now let's just be honest. I love it. Be honest. Where are you? My oldest daughter grown. My twins are just outgrown. Yeah. Yes, I told man I don't cook no more. Yes. I'm retired from the domestic duties. Right? Exactly. Oop, will I do it for you? That part. Yes, honey. Yes. Will I do it? Okay. I mean, it's my decision. So yes, of course I can do it. Of course I can cook my ass off, honey. Finger looking good all day. I got sweet potato pies in the oven now. But this is for me. I got beans on the stove now because this is for me. This is what I love to do for me. So if I invite you over and say, you know what, you can taste my culinary delights, I'll allow it because, you know, we've interacted in a way. This is a little something I'll do for you. And then you can go about your business. Deuces. I'll see you later. So this is about really being honest with yourself. How do you feel about being honest with yourself and being honest with others? And I always tell people, you know, it's very, very difficult for anybody to be who you need them to be or show you who you are if you don't know who you are and if you can't be who you need you to be for yourself. Because if you, like, people will do to you what you do to yourself. So if you have a trifling house, somebody's going to keep your house trifling. If you're living your life a certain way and you don't have nice cars now, most likely they're not going to want to give you a nice car or whatever it is, right? If you have a nice house, whatever, they're like, oh, okay, she won't go live into my little shack. She won't move in with me. Absolutely fucking not. Why would I do that? Why would I take a downgrade? No. But you may try to, you know, do your part, and maybe you might be offered the opportunity to come visit. You know, but this is about knowing your worth and your self-esteem all in it. Forget all that. We don't need to be somebody for somebody else. No, we're not doing that, y'all. We ain't doing that, y'all. What we got going on? Any excuses? Ooh, we would do it for. If he can't cook, I have no need for him. I know that's right, honey. I mean, all moms can cook, okay? And they need to cook good. Like, no, I'm not the one, okay? You better stop. I'm feeling it. Yes, honey. Yes, you got to come see. If you want to come see, feel my culinary delight, you got to be worth it, honey. I'm so serious. Like, no, I don't even allow people to come to my house. Like, I don't even want you to know. I don't want your energy in here. Like, I've not always been that way, but that's how I've become, especially in my solitary delightfulness. You know what I mean? That's when you become good with yourself. You say darn near anything out your mouth because you're not trying to keep nobody. So I'm just being honest with you. This is where I am in my life. I don't want you here. Like, I may want you here to visit here and there maybe. I mean, it's very interesting how things may change over time, but it has to change in your time when you're ready. A lot of times people don't deserve your energy, don't deserve to be in your space. And you've allowed them in your space, you've allowed them in your energy. And then when they've depleted your energy or fucked up your space, now you're sitting here mad because they were in, no. And they do the same thing. Let me make it clear to you. They doing the same thing. Like, I don't know if I want to bring some Shadi to my house because they may not leave. Or they may want me to stay till the morning. Or they want to stay till the morning and have breakfast and this, that, and other. So they already picking out what they want to do with you. No. How about what do you want to do with you? Set your own boundaries and your own rules and your own regulations. You said, I can cook. Don't get me wrong. I choose not to. Hello? Okay. Yeah, you ain't fitting to come. Yeah, put your feet under my table unless I'm feeling you like that. Yes, the guy I'm dealing with has yet to come to my new home. I know that's right. Keep your peace, honey. Keep your peace. I'm so picky about who I let in my sanctuary. Absolutely. You should be. Oh, yeah. You said, I've been all through his house. Yeah, you better go through it, feel all the energies, feel all the past. Yeah, because y'all know y'all all very, y'all very knowing. You know, you could probably walk through the house and feel all the energies up in there. Truth be told. I'm just saying, if you figure it out, I'm sure you could. So try it, you know, and whether or not they admit to it or not, you know, so yeah, just be you. I think this is what this is all about, really, y'all. You know, the authenticity is necessary. So make sure you're being honest and transparent with whoever you're with at this time. I think this is very important because you're quickly, something new is coming in and you're quickly changing, and it's going to require you to be authentic. Surrender to the energies right now. Explore your power. Surrender to the energies. Explore who you are, and just know that it can't happen to you again. I don't know how many times I need to say it to you. It won't happen the same way it happened to you before. Whatever you're afraid of happening to you again, trust me, it will not go down the same way. It can't. You're not the same person. They can try it, but you won't allow it. So go ahead and take your time. Open up your heart. Do not fear. You know, you have a choice. This whole reading here was about a choice. You're really at a crossroads right now. Do you want to stay closed or do you want to open up? And just know that it won't be the same. It won't be the same. You're not the same person. They're not the same person. And what you'll notice, a lot of the times you'll see repetition. You'll see people act like similar to somebody else. That's what I noticed. It's like almost like God shows me signs. Like, and I'm like, oh, that's the same exact. This person act exactly like this person over here. I'm like, ooh, is this the same type of ish going down right now? Right? So you are so different now. It's like they can't even get it past you if they wanted to. Because you want it. You're going to be like, oh, hold up, wait a minute. No, this look like this right here. This look familiar. Hold up, wait a minute. I don't know if I want to put all my energy or put all my eggs in this basket. This energy looking real, you know, like I ain't feeling this energy. I'm not trying to put it. Nope. You know? So you're just going to do things differently. That's all. So you may, you know, be more nonchalant with them. You might be more controlling or less controlling and just be like, you know what? It is what it is. You know, I see you when I see you. You know what I mean? You may be non-committal now. Like, I ain't committing until I see somebody who's worth committing to. Right? And trust me, they're doing the same thing, y'all. I'm telling you. They're not trying to commit to something that they're not. No. They're being careful too. They're watching their heart too. They are. They're watching their heart too, y'all. So I'm just letting y'all know. Better recognize. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to get on out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. We're about an hour and a half in. I hope you guys have a nice holiday. I hope you guys are ready. As you see, I did come out with my holiday. I moved from the other surroundings because I was like, you know what? This would be nice to come on out here because I got poinsettias all over this house. Let me see if I could do a quick, I don't know if this will let me quickly move it around real quick, but can y'all see my tree over there? I got my little tree over there. I got poinsettias all over. Look at this poinsettia, y'all. Look at these poinsettias. Like, they're crazy. Y'all see it? And then I got it over there too. Huge poinsettias, y'all. Like beautiful, huge poinsettias that I got from Costco. Costco is my best friend around Christmas, okay? Let me make it clear to you. Costco is the number one. Poinsettias, these poinsettias are huge. They're like trees up in here. And they're only $14.99. Oh, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. You said my Mr. cooks very well. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes. I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, I had fun kind of moving things around. My daughter be home soon, so I'm so excited. She coming home from college, and so I said the babies are coming home. So we're gonna do get ready for our little Christmas holiday special, whatever we're gonna do, pictures and just a whole bunch of little fun stuff this year. So I'm excited. This might be. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm excited, guys. I'm excited for the holiday. Are y'all ready for the holiday? Are y'all ready? Yeah, the poinsettias. Oh, yes, I love them. Oh, I'm glad you helped. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Girl, yeah, please, honey, 3. At least 3. Because, you know, all my husband's kids, they're mine too. So all of them in college, all of them college age, to be honest. I think only one, well, I ain't right. I don't claim all the kids. But no, I claim most of them, the ones that's been around me and my children for a long time. So my second husband, I claim his kids. All of them are in college too. So yeah, those are my babies too. And my first husband's kids, yeah, they, you know, I love them all. I love the children. So I don't blame nothing on the children. Regardless of what we went through and what we went through in our past and all of that, the children had nothing to do with it. So I always love the children, you know. So I love when they come home. I love when the kids come home. So yeah, they'll be home soon. My daughter, she's in her last year of college. I think she's probably gonna be the first one to graduate because the oldest one, he took a break. So I think my daughter's gonna be, because she came in right after him. So she's gonna be the first one to get done and finally be done in May. So yeah, we have a graduation coming up in May. So I'm excited. Have y'all finished y'all Christmas shopping? Are y'all doing Christmas shopping? I don't know why it was so difficult this year. I was like, I don't want to shop for Ish. It just seems a little difficult this year. I don't know, but y'all finish y'all Christmas shopping. And I think I'm going to come live too around Christmas. Of course, I'll be back next Monday. I should be back here next Monday too. And I think I'll be here, yeah. Oh, no, I may not be here New Year's Eve though. I may not be here for New Year's Eve, so I may come again before that. So I may not be here for New Year's Eve. I might put out something else though, just to get y'all ready for New Year's Eve. For the new year, but because I feel like I need to do a New Year's reading, just so you know what to kind of go into for 2023. So that'll be fun. So I'll get prepared to do that for you guys. But I hope you guys had fun. I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I know time has flown by, right? I mean, college and all of that, I'm telling you, it's been a while. I don't know how long I've been on YouTube. I've probably been on YouTube since like at least 2017, 2018. So I've been on for a while. So yeah, y'all saw the pictures when she went to her prom. Y'all remember that? That prom dress. Oh, I love, y'all know I tried to get in that prom dress. Did I send y'all a picture of me actually in the prom dress? I actually have a picture. You know, I designed that prom dress and it was so crazy because my daughter couldn't fit it anymore, but I could. Ooh, you said I don't shop, we travel. Ooh, I love that. Going to Dominican Republic for Christmas. I love that. I've been trying to get away for Christmas for years. But it's always been because the kids were too young or something like that. But my girlfriend, she would take them to Orlando. Yeah, I have a lot of girlfriends who travel, but my family and all of them, they always come over here. So it's been very hard to get away. And then I try to get away with all of them. But it's been hard to get everybody to go all at the same time around the holidays. So But now the kids are old, so I don't even have to care anymore. I'm going to stow away. I know that's right. The Natural Beauty says she coming soon. I mean, I think that's a great way. I've been looking for a trip. I've been wanting to do a cruise though. You say I'm almost done shopping. Okay. I've been yeah, I've done some shopping, but it's been difficult. I went shopping today and didn't get anything. So I mean, I did a lot online. I did a lot of online, but and I picked up a couple things, but you know, I still haven't found everything yet. So I have a few more things to get, but I'm almost done. Woo! All right, I'm releasing this energy. I love you guys. Blessings, love, and light. I look forward to seeing you soon. If you need a reading or if you need any gift sets, we do have them online. We have the goddess gift sets in different kinds. We have chakra gift sets. We have all kinds of different things. So just let me know what you need and I'll prepare for you. Blessings, love, and light. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.